Okay, now we're headed down the south side of Mullis Pass. It's the second pass I have to cross over here on US 550 down to Durango. This is a little bit easier of a drive. It's not too difficult. I got a bunch of four-wheelers on my ass going, how come this truck's not going any faster? It's like, well, because I really don't want to burn up my brakes. That's why, because when you need them and they ain't there, you're going, shit. Not sure what mountain peak that is up there, but I'm glad I don't have to drive over the top of that tall son of a bitch. Contrary to popular belief, there isn't snow up here normally year-round, but it does hang out for quite a while. I think there might be 1 or 2 months where it finally melts and dissipates. You can usually find snow up here year-round in some places, but sure is pretty though. The avalanche area again. Shoot. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but you see a bunch of trees laying down on the ground amongst the upright trees. Those are most likely weaker trees that got knocked down when a small snowslide came down the mountain. It doesn't always wipe out all the trees, but sometimes it can be pretty spectacular. You'll come along here and it'll be just a whole hillside just completely wiped bare. Definitely wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of it. If the snow doesn't kill you, all the trees coming down beating the shit out of you would. So, not something I'd put on my list of fun things to do in an afternoon. Get a lot of rock falls this time of year too, with all the freezing and thawing, and temperature goes up in the day and then drops at night, and it splits this shale loose, and it all just comes tumbling down. You know, sometimes in small amounts, sometimes it can be a shit ton. Wish I had the time and the effort to just stop and grab a whole bunch of that, take it home, and make a patio out of it. Kind of hoping maybe we'd see some bighorn sheep along here, but I think I might be a little bit too high altitude for them to be up here. I don't think they hang out quite this high. This here is going to be, well, I'm on my way down, but at the highest point, Mullis Pass is about 10,000 feet above sea level. That's interesting. You can't see it in the camera, but off to my left on a hillside there was the aftermath of a couple of small snow slides where they just kind of slid down and cleared the rock out. I've never seen that before up here. do get a real kick out of that car going the other way that just passed me. He come up on this curve a little faster than what he should, and you can tell he's kind of like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. When it says 25 miles per hour, you really don't want to take it much faster than that. Otherwise, you end up just flipping the fuck over and down into the ravine you go, like, ah! End of story, Jack. No need to go down and get him, just put a fucking tombstone on the side of the road and be done with it. Poor little feller, ought not to be left in a ravine to rot. Mm-hmm. Go down and get him, bring him up, bury him next to a tree in the front yard. Mm-hmm. Wonder if I can get some French fried taters up here. Mm-hmm. Probably not. But this is the epitome of mountain driving. A lot of 25-mile-per-hour curves, steep grades going up, steep grades coming down. A bunch of dumb shits in their cars going, how come that truck's going so slow? It's like, oh my God, really? Blocking my sunlight. What the hell? It's been quite a few years since I come up here. I know I said that in the previous video, but I'm kind of hoping that this is the road that has the features on them that I definitely want to get on camera. You're going to be kind of like, well, I don't know, maybe it's not as bad as I thought it was, but definitely kind of make you go, why the hell was he up there anyway? If I remember right, it gets pretty narrow and pretty serpentine, and you got a lot of rock face along right along the edge of the road. Sunshine back. Shit, I'm blind. Made the mistake of taking this road one day. It's close to sunset. Well, I'll tell you what, that sun gets lined up right on the top edge of the mountains and it just hits you right in the eyes. You can't see nothing. That'll give you pause to reflect. It's like, I sure hope I'm not in the other lane. Yeah, we are now 10,640 feet above sea level. And now I'm going to go back down the other side. Yeehaw! Down in the lowlands, it was 68 degrees down at Grand Junction. Up here, it's 43. don't quite understand the dynamics between why it's colder up here than it is down there, other than the fact that maybe it's because the air is thinner. But see, that kind of works in reverse in my mind, because I would think if the air was thinner, the warmer it would be. But fuck, I ain't no meteorologist, and I damn sure ain't a physicist, so go figure. It is what it is. Might be some of you people watching these videos too going, why doesn't he shut up and enjoy the scenery? I've seen this all before, more times than I can count. And if the narration is a problem, turn off your damn volume. I've been wanting to get Carla, aka Baby Bunny, up here many times. She's pretty scared about coming up here because she's afraid that if she was sitting in the passenger seat, she'd be puking out the window all the whole damn way. I don't think so. She might be a little bit nervous, but I think she'd do all right. I can only imagine what it'd be like to get like halfway up this son of a bitch and get stranded out here in a heavy snow or something. The good thing is I carry at least 2 to 3 days of food with me at all times. And the most important point, I never come up here without full fuel tanks. That's a twofold reason. That way, if I do get stuck up here, I'm not going to run out of fuel. I'm going to have heat and electricity. And the other reason is in case I go over one of these embankments, it's going to be one hell of a fireball. Kind of getting a little bit of a headache. Of course, maybe if I wasn't at such a high altitude and I wasn't chain smoking, I'd probably be doing a lot better, but ain't nothing else to do up here. My Sirius XM radio gets a clean signal out here, but I figure if I was making videos today, I definitely didn't want to have music on to be like, good God, what the hell is that shit? There's a good sign, runaway truck ramp, 2 miles. That's in case you smoke your brakes. If you smoke your brakes, they become glazed, and when they become glazed, they no longer have any grip. You go tearing down this fucking mountainside as fast as the truck can roll on a decline, and about the only chance you got is if you can make it down to that runaway ramp. You'll see it coming up here shortly. You just veer off onto that. Some of them look like they're going straight up, but it's loose gravel, about 1.5 feet deep. It'll slow you down pretty damn quick. You better have your seatbelt on if you got to use one. Fortunately, I've never had the pleasure. Here's one of those signs I was telling you about years ago where it says range cattle. That means there's free roaming cattle out here. There should be a cattle guard coming up here in a moment. It's like a set of railroad rails, kind of like a, I don't know, like the bed of a bridge. And cattle won't cross it because they can see through it. And they will not go across that son of a bitch. But once you get into the range cattle area, of course, then you run the risk of hitting a cow. So you really got to watch. You see anything black moving along the edge of the road, you really got to slow down because the stupid fuckers will step right out in front of you. And if you hit a cow up here, You bought it. State law. I know, it's stupid. The good thing is, you can't reply to what I'm saying. Definitely going down. I have to keep pinching my nose and clearing my ear canals. Comes the runaway truck ramp at 1,500 feet. So if you made it this far, you're doing good. Without brakes, that is. I'm doing about 45 down the hill now. This runaway truck ramp's kind of weird. This one's paved. Well, for about maybe 500 feet, then it becomes that loose gravel I was talking about. Well, I'm going to end this video. I don't want them to get too awful long, but if I see anything else that looks pretty cool, I'll flip it back on.